Shalom, family. Chantel here, of course. I pray all is well with each of you in the name of Yashar'al. So I just wanted to pop in. The Ruach, my Ruach. It's been in my Ruach to share these two dreams that I have had. I was supposed to do it yesterday. Was it yesterday or day before yesterday? But I was disobedient, so I'm doing it today. I believe this was the morning, Friday morning. Yes, Friday morning. All right, so I dreamed. The first dream was, I'm not sure exactly where I was or who was talking to me, but I was told to read Ruth chapter 12, verse 9. Well, as I was sleeping, I was like, there's no 12 chapters in the book of Ruth, so that doesn't make any sense. But the person said it to me again, read Ruth chapter 12, verse 9. So I had a second part of the dream. I'm going to go over this part first, and I'm going to do the second part of the dream. So when I woke up, like I said, it was on me. I was like, okay, there's no 12 chapters in Ruth. There's only 4 chapters. So what, is it? So yeah, let me look up the meanings of these numbers to see, what it is that you're trying to tell me. So the number 9 means in Hebrew, I'm not even going to, well, I'll try to say it. Abba YAH. I don't know if that's the right way to pronounce it, but it means a lost thing. And I was like, a lost thing. Okay. Then the number 12 in Hebrew means Abdon, I think. It means destruction. And then the number 12 in Greek, Abusos, means boundless, bottomless, or the deep. Also the abyss. And so I said, okay, so a lost thing, destruction, bottomless. And then I said, okay, let me look up what Ruth means. So, wait, before I did it, I looked up 129. That means blood, like bloodshed. Okay, so then I looked up Ruth to see the meaning of the name Ruth, and it means friendship. So I'm like, okay. All right, so a lost thing, they consider the 12 tribes, the lost tribes of Israel, or Yashar'al. So, okay, we know destruction is coming because the Most High YAH is not playing about his children. There's going to be a lot of bloodshed, that's going to go down about his children, about his chosen ones. And then the deep and, the boundless, the bottomless. I was like, okay, so, those who rejected him, those who are not a part of the 1/3, of course, where they, hell is, where they're going to the abyss. It says that in Zechariah, it says that, in several places. So I'm like, okay. So then my mom, she said, well, why don't you go in the book of Ruth and look up each verse, like the 9th and the 12th verse from each chapter. So, excuse me, y'all. So I said, okay, you know what? Might not be a bad idea. So I did it earlier, but I was kind of rushing doing it because I wasn't, I was doing laundry and stuff, so I wasn't really focused on it. So I was sitting here, and the Most High YAH brought it back to my attention. I said, okay, let me go ahead and do this because you're bringing it up to me. You want me to do it. So when I went through, and I just, asking to lead me, tell me what it is he wants me to know, like I always do. And he gave me something for a few of the verses. So I'm just going to give y'all what he put in my spirit as I read some of these verses. All right, so y'all know I use the Hallelujah scriptures. So for chapter 1, verse 9, it says, Yahuwah grant that you find rest, each in the house of her husband. Then she kissed them, and they lifted up their voices and wept. So first of all, we know Ruth is a Gentile. Yes, we know she's a Moabite. We know the story of Ruth. Okay, she was Naomi's daughter-in-law. The son died. Both of Naomi's sons, died, and she was trying to send her daughters back to their country, back to their nation, to serve the Elohim, so that they can, remarry, go back to their father's house. But Ruth did not go. The other daughter-in-law went. Ruth didn't, and Ruth ended up marrying Boaz, and we know ended up bringing forth part of the line of Yahusha. Okay, so when I read it, I was like, okay, yeah. In my spirit, he said, and he put in my spirit, in the wilderness and in the 1,000-year reign, we will find and have rest. I was like, okay. And then for the part of each in the house of her husband, we are the bride, hence the marriage feast that's going to be taking place. That's in Revelation 19. And he brought to me Isaiah 54:5, which, let me read that to y'all real quick. He also brought Hosea 2:16 and 17, which we know that's saying, we will no longer call him Lord or my Baal. We'll call him my husband. So he's going to remove the bells from my mouth. So Isaiah 54:5 says, "For your maker is your husband, Yahuwah of hosts is his name, and the Kadesh one of Yashar'al is your redeemer. He is called the Elohim of all the earth." So I'm like, okay, y'all, I think I see where you're going with this. You letting us know we about to get up out of here. You redeeming your people, right? So that's okay. Let me continue. So I read the 12th verse of chapter 1, but I didn't feel like he was giving me anything in my spirit, so I kept going. So I got to 2 and 9. That one says, "Let your eyes be on the field which they reap, and you shall go after them. Have I not commanded the young men not to touch you? And when you are thirsty, go to the vessels and drink from what the young men have drawn." All right, so he gave me, for the first part, keep your eyes forward. There is much to see as he reaps his harvest. So as we leave it out on our exits, we're going to see a lot, but keep them eyes forward. Keep focused on him, okay? Have I not commanded the young men not to touch you? My chosen ones are sealed. The enemy cannot touch us. So regardless of what we're going to be seeing around us, we are protected. Hasatan cannot touch us, okay? Just we have to remember that. We're going to be glowing and shining. We're going to be all right. Okay, and then it says, when you are thirsty, go to the vessels and drink. I will take care of you, my chosen ones. I will give you everything that you'll need. So we're not going to have to worry about what we're going to eat, what we're going to drink. Like, don't worry about none of that. Just leave with the Most High YAH, okay, when he calls us to leave. All right, so then I went on to chapter 2 and 12, and it says, "Yahuwah repay your work, and your reward is complete from Yahuwah Elohim of Yashar'al, under whose wings you have come to seek refuge." So first of all, we know complete also means perfect. So your reward is perfect from Yahuwah Elohim. So when he put in my spirit, the reward being everlasting life, healing, peace, joy, crowns, reigning with Abba YAH and Yahusha HaMashiach. Because we're going to be reigning with him. It's going to be amazing. You have endured and will enter into your rest. And then he put Psalms 91 in my spirit, in my ruach. So under his wings, we are safe and protected. We abide in his secret place. So stay in his secret place. We are fine. We are protected. What we're going to see is about us, is not for us. As long as you are one of his chosen, who's been following his commands, following his name, keeping the Sabbath, not eating abominable foods. Okay? So let's keep going. So Ruth 3 and 9 was, and he said, "Who are you?" And she answered, "I am Ruth, your female servant. Now you shall spread your covering over your female servant, for you are a redeemer." So out of that, what I got was spread your covering, and for you are a redeemer. So covering, of course, it's concealment, it's protection, it's ownership. All right. And redeemer, to deliver, to avenge, to purchase. And, remember, we were bought with a price. Yahusha, he shed his blood for us. That blood in 129, that I talked about earlier. But, he already paid the price for us. And, we are already redeemed. We're no longer bound to sin. We're no longer bound to the ways of Babylon and, these things. So he is our redeemer. He's come to redeem his children. Like he said, he's going to gather his children. He's going to redeem us. He's going to deliver us. And that's what is about to take place. Hey y'all, I'm sorry. I didn't know this was going to be that long. So this is going to have to be in 2 parts. So I'm going to put part 2 down in the comment section below so that y'all can easily find it. And just continue, from this dream meaning and then go into the second part, or the second dream rather. All right. Shalom. Love y'all.